Listening Library presents Where Are the Everglades? By Nico Medina. Read for you by Matt Godfrey. For Uncle Fred Shred Kupfer, a Florida man for the ages. N.M. To Marcy and Steve, with love. G.C. Where are the Everglades? On December 6, 1947, in a small Florida fishing town, 4,500 people gathered to celebrate the establishment of the United States' 28th National Park, and its third largest, Everglades National Park. Distinguished guests included Florida's governor and first lady, 2 senators, the leader of the Seminole tribal nation, and the President of the United States. After the Fort Myers High School band played Florida's state song, the program began. Senator Claude Pepper predicted 1 million visitors soon will come each year to enjoy this marvelous museum of nature. Among its constellation of sparkling lakes, streams, bays, and inaccessible swamps, they would find crocodiles, manatees, and countless other exotic creatures found nowhere else in the country. Senator Spessard Holland acknowledged the members of the Florida Federation of Women's Clubs and the National Audubon Society, whose years of hard work had made this day possible. A century earlier, South Florida had been a swampy frontier land, home to fewer than 100 white settlers. The Everglades, a vast, flat landscape of sawgrass fields, subtropical forests, and watery marshes, were dominated by clouds of biting mosquitoes and multitudes of poisonous snakes. Frequent floods made farming difficult. But humans changed the Everglades to suit their needs. They constructed canals, reservoirs, dams, and levees to drain millions of acres of wetlands for housing developments and large-scale farming. This threw off nature's delicate balance. Now, some areas flooded more, while others dried out, and later caught fire. By 1947, as President Harry Truman addressed the crowd at the dedication ceremony, South Florida had become one of the fastest-growing regions in the country. The national park was established to keep the Everglades from turning into more highways and shopping centers. President Truman warned that protecting the nation's public parks required constant vigilance. Like liberty itself, conservation must be fought for unceasingly to protect earlier victories. He spoke of the Everglades' uniqueness. They were so different from the dramatic landscapes of the country's more famous national parks, like Yosemite or Rocky Mountain. Here are no lofty peaks seeking the sky, Truman said. No mighty glaciers or rushing streams wearing away the uplifted land. Here is land, tranquil in its quiet beauty. Chapter 1. The Rise of Florida. During the time of the dinosaurs, the land that would become Florida lay underwater, beneath a warm and shallow sea. Over millions of years, shells of dead marine animals and the remains of ancient coral reefs became fossilized, forming a porous rock called limestone. Porous means full of pores or holes. Layers of limestone piled up, building Florida from the seabed upward. During glacial periods, ice ages, when Earth's temperatures dropped, ocean waters froze and glaciers formed. As glaciers grew, sea levels dropped, creating more land. 23 million years ago, Florida emerged from the ocean for the first time. More ice ages came and went. Sea levels rose and fell. At times, Florida lay underwater, other times above it. But it continued growing higher. Sand, clay, and silt from hundreds of miles away in the Appalachian Mountains was carried to Florida by rivers and ocean currents. Layers of sandy soil formed atop Florida's limestone crust. 20,000 years ago, at the peak of the last ice age, glaciers covered much of North America. Many animals migrated to Florida, where it was warmer. At the time, Florida was 3 times larger than it is today. It became biodiverse, home to a great variety of plant and animal species. Mammoths and mastodons, giant armadillo-like glyptodonts, saber-toothed cats. Some animals, like alligators and crocodiles, still live there today. The Everglades are among the most biodiverse places on Earth. Eventually, the planet warmed again. Glaciers retreated to the North and South poles and up the highest mountains. Sea levels rose, and Florida assumed the narrow, peninsular shape we know today. A peninsula is an area of land surrounded on three sides by water. Around 4,000 to 6,000 years ago, after a lot of rain, the Everglades formed. Chapter 2. River of Grass. Everglades National Park covers more than 1.5 million acres.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?